Hello there. A bit of an impromptu interview with a very fine artist who is also a feminist and recently had her eshop taken down by misogynistic psychopaths. So without further ado, let's speak to Egan. Hello, Egan. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm a bit tired because I have to build my new eshop, but I'm okay.
Okay, you have to be. Can you explain to people why you have to build a new eshop?
I had to build it because I had attacks on my eshop. They reported my artworks to Shopify, and Shopify reacted the way they just sent me an email when they told me they are shutting my store down. And the reason was my infographic explaining difference between gender ideology and feminism, which was in my blog as an article. And this was the reason for shutting down my store. And I had, they gave me no chance to reply. It was just shut down.
That seems to be the case with a lot of online platforms, is that as soon as a trans rights activist complains, they immediately shut down the person being complained about. They don't question it.
Yes.
They don't look into it.
No. I looked at the email, and actually, Vanessa Volki, her eshop was closed in the same time, and she even didn't get the reason why her eshop was closed. No reason. For me, they told me it's number 4, which is hate content.
Number 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, Aga, before we go on to talking about those platforms and how hard it is for feminists to find a secure base, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What is your history? I mean, I don't really know where to start. Where are you from, first of all?
I was born in Slovak Republic, and now I live for more than 20 years in Prague, in Czech Republic. Right.
So did you live under a communist regime?
Yes. I was born in 1977, and we had it there till the Velvet Revolution in 1989.
The Velvet Revolution was the Czech Revolution, right?
Czechoslovak.
Yes,
I was born in Czechoslovak Socialistic Republic.
Yes.
Then it became Czechoslovak Federal, and then we just separated.
Right.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about the Velvet Revolution because I used to be a huge fan of Milan Kundera. I loved his books, and he wrote very eloquently about that period. So
I think you heard about Havel.
I heard about what, sorry?
Havel.
Sorry,
Václav Havel.
Václav Havel, yes, of course, definitely. And can I ask, so you're living in Prague now, and how long have you had your eshop? And what kind of things did you draw on it?
So the first question, how long? I will tell you exactly, since I was selling something. Okay, you can create eshop, but it starts with an eshop the moment you sell something, right? So I'll tell you the funny story, because the very day that Shopify informed me that they are shutting down my e-store, they sent me an email and they congratulated me for it. They told me it is a year since my first sale. So they
that's hilarious.
And also they congratulated me that I belong among the 9% of the best e-shops that started the same day as me, according to traffic. And then they told me I had, because I created a hashtag event Vigil for the lost, which was, there was it was a huge attack on me just because of that article. And Shopify congratulated me for this article because it has the best traffic on their platform.
Wow. That's amazing.
I was so much Yes, and they just shut me down.
Can you tell us
Yeah.
what was Vigil for the Lost, Egan?
What was what? Vigil for the Lost. Yeah, for Lost. Vigil for the Lost.
Mm-hmm.
I was, because I heard a lot of stories and read a lot of stories by women and other men, and other people, and they lost a lot of things, not just their children, friends, job opportunities, e-shops, like I did. I'm like a real example, so we are not making this up. And I've seen that they don't have this voice. Voices are not heard. And when I compared, because I have experience in advertising, I compared the massive communication online of strong these gender ideology worshippers, as I call them. Their power is in massive likes, you know, in followers, and they are there like for 10 years, whatever. And women like me, they just come to Twitter because we are banned from Reddit, let's say.
Yes.
So we search for information, as I did. I was on Reddit as well, and I Googled it, and I was looking for more information because I've seen these male vaginas on Reddit, and I was shocked. I've seen real pictures, so I wanted to know more, and it was just closed down and banned, and I couldn't see those pictures anymore. Mm-hmm. And I like to see reality, you know, so I was searching for the truth, and I found amazing feminists and women and men, like especially gender critical people, as they call us. We didn't create the term gender critical, okay? Mm-hmm. We are just normal people, okay?
Yes, that's a good point, actually.
That's why I studied linguistics, actually, at the university. And okay. That is what I'm like very careful about, is the terminology, because it's like there are our oppressors, and oppressors create terms like cis. In our language, this is a note, a music note, like cis, gis, cis. It's a music note. You even don't know what it is, right? Then they tell you you are transphobe. You don't believe in transing, but you are something like, yeah. Then you are TERF. I think many women even didn't know they're radical feminists, you know?
Yes.
Suddenly they are TERFs, and men are TERFs as well. And, you know, like this terminology is pushed on us, so we should not use it. I am not cis, like, come on. And all this fake, okay, I'm not talking about lipstick, but what I'm saying in online world, it works like that, like who has more followers, who has the bigger power. It's not about truth. We all know this. And I was thinking to come back to this Vigil for the Lost hashtag event, that I want to hear these voices. And in the time, I was a bit probably naive still, because I was, to be honest, I didn't expect these massive attacks. I didn't expect it. And even the hashtag was so misunderstood. So I wrote an article, which was now shut down, but I will put there again online, because people misunderstand the word lost, and they see candle and they see death, right? It's like, why? Just ask why. Velvet Revolution, I have many, because I'm a photographer as well. I have many photos every year on 17th November. We remind ourselves that we are not under the regime anymore. We burn candles. All our streets are full of candles. And I took the photo for the Vigil for the Lost event there at the Velvet Revolution, reminding us we have freedom of speech. Yes. Not how many people died. Velvet Revolution was peaceful, right? It was about flowers. People didn't have guns. People were shouting, we have bare hands. That's why I have connection like this, Vigil for the Lost. We lost freedom of speech. But I was attacked because they told us we talk about death. There was nothing like that. I asked people what you or who you lost, and they started to talk. And I had many stories. People were so attacked, even my followers were attacked, so people started to write this, what they lost, to my emails, to my direct mails, anonymously. And what I did, I started, because I didn't want these people who share their stories under my tweet, they were directly attacked just for sharing, I lost my daughter,
Yes.
I lost my son. And they started to attack the transphobes, whatever, I'm using their term again. And it was so terrible that I decided to do a blog article on my website out of Twitter. And I decided to put these stories inside of the Vigil and share it like that. So these people are not connected, and it's anonymous, and people, I didn't want these mothers, women, you know, these camp widows, you know, to be attacked by people just because I asked them to tell me their stories.
Mm-hmm.
But I got it all. I got all the attacks. And I even read the article.
Sorry to interrupt, Dagan, but can I ask, is the Vigil for the Lost, did that disappear along with your shop, or can that still be accessed?
Everything was lost because I was so naive that I didn't know that I should have disconnected my eshop from my blog. You know what is like these days, we cannot have political ideas or like philosophical ideas or beliefs connected with our business. What are people anonymously writing to me is, it's great that you can go public. It's actually not easy these days. And they say, I would love to go public. I would love to share my eshop. I would like to make money. I would like to share what I do, but I cannot, because once they find out that I don't believe men can have penis, I mean, you know, men cannot be lesbians and women, right? If you say this, then you risk your, as you see it on my example, your business be shut down. You lose money, you lose income, and I don't have kids, okay? I have three animals, still have to feed them. But imagine mothers who have kids, they are alone kids. She relies on the income from the eshop, and she was working on it. I was building it for nearly 2 years. You have to have strategy concept, fill the illustrations in it, have some content.
Yes.
But my first sale, like I started to sell 1 year ago, and it was still better and better. Like you have to wait, yeah? So women work for years to have this. You build this, you have traffic. It's not easy to build this because there are many shops like this. Yeah, like these days everybody is selling something. And these women work hard. They don't have the self-confidence, yeah? They just go there on these platforms like Redbubble, Etsy, because they want to have this extra income. Or it's just amazing income. We're not talking about something extra a lot of times. And they just come and shut the income. I mean, business is a serious thing, right? Very serious.
Yes, yes.
I'll tell you, funny at all.
If I may add to it, something to point out is that these sites like Redbubble and Etsy and Shopify, my friend Jeb Brooks, who also has an eshop, he was telling me that he got shut down, and what they allow on their site are hateful language towards feminists, violent language towards feminists. All this stuff remains up.
Yes.
So
I just found there a top surgery, happy top surgery card.
Christ.
It's selling there. It's like there is like some illustration of a girl. She has these lines there. And it's like happy top surgery car. And this is all there. Like, just imagine, I'm not commenting a lot of really pedophile stuff. And women are, of course, people are reporting it. But they don't put it down. When you write there, trans women are not women, just because of this sentence, you are shut down, destroyed completely. And this reminds me of communist regime. Because I tell you the story. Yeah, it's like there was a musician and he wrote, because it's about artists. If artists cannot speak and express themselves, then the society is in very, very bad condition, right? It's the first sign. And scientists as well. So we had Miloš Birka, it's a Slovak singer, and he wrote a song that was called Black Flower. Right? Communist regime didn't like it. The song is now called White Flower, just because they said it will have a more positive effect on kids and youth.
Wow.
Yes. So where are we now? We are in the same, I lived in it. You couldn't say anything that is against regime. Everybody was comrade. Now they call me cis. I had to call people for so many years in my life just comrade. Everybody's comrade. That I've like, nobody will call me the name I don't like anymore.
Yes.
Yes.
So no one's calling you sis. Good. Good.
Yeah, not just sis, even worse things, you know. And they want me to suck their dicks all the time, and they tell me they're women.
Yeah.
Just imagine this, like.
Can I ask, actually, that leads me on to a good question. Do you see any, I mean, as someone who studied linguistics, do you see any similarity with the way trans rights activists are bending language to the way that the old communist regime used to bend language?
It's so the same. It's like, you know, propaganda. We can say propaganda, we can say advertising. Yeah? I lived in both. I mean, an experience in both. I lived in communist regime, and I worked for 20 years in advertising as a copywriter, art director, and creative director. So I know something about advertising tactics, strategies, and I know something about communist tactics and strategies. And it's the same. I tell you, like, there are so many parallels. There are so many parallels, and it's scary. And you've seen it probably on my Twitter. I'm still tweeting more from this time, because I'm the generation of, you know, 70s. The people, it was much worse before me, before I was born. Mm-hmm. But if I stop talking about these people, will be dead soon, you know? And the problem is with the memory. How can we teach? I mean, how can we learn from our mistakes if we erase history?
Yes.
We cannot. Yeah. And this is what we do all the time. When some regime comes, you know what they did with our books? They changed everything, and everything was Russia did this, and Russia is good, and Russians are this, and Americans, you know what they told us? We had a little insect on our vegetable. They told us that this insect is from American airplanes, that they are throwing it on our Czech Republic and Czechoslovakia. Wow. People believe this. Yes. It's like, like, and you close the boundaries, right? You don't let people read, travel, study, nothing. So new language. It starts with cis, whatever, pronouns, blah, blah, blah. Just look at the communism. Comrade.
Hold on a second.
Okay, it's pushed on you.
Okay, sorry. It just wobbled there for a second. Yes, everybody's comrade. It's pushed on you. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Then you have, if you are against regime, you are enemy. Nothing like other opinion exists. You are with us or against us. And I tweeted this. There's a huge parallel between communistic regime and I call this gender regime. Report you. I will report you. In communist regime, the most scary part of communist regime was that you never knew who reported you. Your family, your uncle, your colleague who is jealous, you know. Reporting was the thing that made you, brought you bigger positions, better jobs. The more you reported, the more flies you killed, you know.
Yes,
the better,
yes.
And you could even travel during communism because you reported. Reported was rewarded. Look at the gender regime. They are rewarded for killing, you know. They are like, you kill the transphobe. You get rid of church. Kill them all.
Yes.
And they put these guns, and you know, it's like they feel like they're an army. And then I see this anime with these little guns, you know, pictures, and they've never been in a war. Yeah. They never experienced communist regime. They've never been women in Ukraine, you know. They didn't experience these things.
One of the fascinating things about this is that, as you say, there's so many parallels with authoritarian regimes in communist countries. But this has kind of risen up almost naturally in a democracy. It doesn't have a centralized source. It's almost as if a whole class of white males, privileged white males, have decided to work together to impose this language like cis and trans woman and these kind of things to try and so it's an interesting phenomenon, isn't it? It's different from the communist regime in that sense. What do you think made it rise in that kind of natural way, shall we say?
What made it grow? why it is here, you mean?
Mm. Why did this authoritarianism flourish in a democracy?
It depends on who is doing it, first of all. Who pays this, right? Who is behind this? So as you said, men, right? Men world, patriarchy, yeah? So this is the first thing. And why it's possible is because it's a men's world. It's a men, there are men, they earn money. So they have money, they can pay advertising. That is why it's possible. How come the people jump on it and believe it? Because the advertising is so massive, people don't think, and they can sell them anything. I was part of advertising, for long, and I know these strategies they don't see you as people. They just see, they have this marketing plan. They call you a target group. They call you person A, B. If you have 2 kids when you wake up, everything is data on what you do, what you click on, what you share. This is your digital personality. They care about your digital self. We are not digital self. And they want to take own our digital self, right? Because it is like from, if you remember Descartes, how is it in English? I think therefore I am.
Yes.
Now think about queer theory. I think therefore I am. Whatever I think, I am. I don't agree with Descartes. I don't agree with Descartes. We are not what we think, and this is the problem. And you see, so you have Descartes saying this, a man, a philosopher. How many female, like women philosophers you have? These are all men telling something wise, and they are repeating, I think, therefore I am. So there comes the man with autogenophilia, and he says, I think I'm a woman, therefore I am a woman. And just in between Descartes, and just imagine how far in the history this was. Descartes saying this, and we repeat it in history, and we say, what a wise big man. Oh, I think. I know all these guys, they lost memories. They're like they are not anymore because they don't think.
But Descartes wasn't Descartes simply talking about consciousness. He wasn't necessarily claiming that you could become whatever you think.
Yes, but this is it. Like you create dynamite, right? It's the dynamite. Why was dynamite created? Why? It was for mining, right?
Yeah.
Anything can be misused. Whatever nice thing you create, it will be misused. So, as whatever he meant by this thinking, I don't think I am because I am here. I can have different idea, but it is queer theory. It is pushing on us that we are not our bodies. It is pushing us away from nature, away from anything that is natural. That's why GLAAD, connected with Reuters, have new guidelines that say that being born is not allowed anymore. Being born, this is the only thing we have. We are not produced. We are not made. We are not what we think. We are, why I tell you this? Because we are the creation of will of nature. We are not the creation of our own will. We are not product, right?
Yeah.
So, and the language, if you look at it, all women, there are reproductive rights, right? Think about it. We have no problem with saying reproductive rights. Do we have problem to say reproductive rights? No. Think about it. It's a very bad term.
It's a little bit what, sorry? Bad
term. It's not a good term.
Yes, okay.
Think about it. Reproduce a product. We are not reproducing. It's how linguistics enters language. Now we say that we are reproduced. We are born. You see?
Yes.
Language is speaking inside of us. We are not aware about it because people who study linguistics, they know, they're more aware. But we use terms like reproduction, and we should also destroy this actually.
Yes.
If I
let me ask. Do you think that the attempt to coercively introduce these terms like cis and the definition of transphobic, which basically means anyone who believes in reality, do you think they will stick? Do you think they have long-term power? My feeling is that they don't have staying power because most people still don't know what they mean, and they have to be explained every single time they're introduced. Do you think these words will stick around?
I'll tell you something. It's not about truth in this world. It's about if you can make these people believe it, what you say. And that's why they pay so much for advertising, and there are very, very good advertising methods. And I spend so much life in advertising. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do my other things. That's why I stopped and created this eshop. And what I want to do now is actually throw light on marketing and big brands. And I want to explain to people what it is about. I want to tell them, hey, be careful, because whenever you see a claim, a slogan that a big brand says, like, we care about you, we love you.
Yes.
Who is telling this to you? I've worked with corporations. They even don't know each other. You know, there is some office, nobody knows each other, and these old people are shouting like they don't care about you. All they see is strategy and marketing plan and money. So never believe brands that they care about you. Who?
Yeah.
Main CEO or this lady, like, or who? You know, it's like, and there are many, many things and methods that people are brainwashed. We are being massively brainwashed, and we are just eating it.
Yes, that's the lesson of Pride Month, isn't it? Corporations, they don't really need to do anything beyond putting a rainbow flag on their logo, and everyone thinks job done. You know, whereas we know that you need to do a lot more to actually stand up for the human rights of, say, gay people in Iran and so on. You know, these things are not anywhere near the front of their minds. You know, all they want to do is say, yeah. They just want to say, we agree, and then move on. You know,
it reminded me. Sorry.
No,
it just reminded me the thing that there started to be. You remember the times when all brands, because I was like 10 years ago, all brands like came to me and they said, we want to be eco, we want to be green. I tell you why. I want to show you this parallel.
Can I just say this? Can I just get this clear? Did you say all brand?
No, I said brands. Brands.
Sorry, I thought you said all brand. I thought they came to you for advertising. Brands. Okay,
what is all brand? Brands. Yes, brands.
Right.
Sorry, my English. Yeah.
No. It's my hearing.
Companies. It's my English. It's special. Special. So they come to me. It was, I tell you about like brands. They care about profit, right? They're here to make money. They're not here to help us. Like, why? Why would they help us? They have mortgages. They have to pay money for kids. They just don't care about us. So all they do is, like, if my hand is the world, they just put their fingers here and they just like, what is the heartbeat? What is the trend now? Like, what is like now in? They're not thinking like, we should make kids read more. We should spread biology into the schools, or we should fight against, they're like, oh, this is trendy. So, now men say that they are winning. Cool. Now we can make money on this. You see? Yes, it's like whatever opportunity. It's opportunity, and that's why I find the parallel between there are these times and waves. They're coming and going, and on every way there were 60s, so they were making money on these hippies, right? You make money on everything. When there is something, there will be all the time somebody who will try to make money on it. So these brands see like, oh my God, they have these influencers, they have these followers, this massive thing. It's just online, okay, just to be honest. But they see this, and all they look at is now data. They see these results from online, how people react, and they build their strategies on this trends. Yeah. So when I come back to the green world, do you remember green?
Sorry, I didn't catch that last bit. Could you repeat that last bit? All they do
I don't remember. I'm talking too much. It's like they're following trends. They're following trends, right? Trends.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there was this. Do you remember this trend then started? This green, everything is eco.
Yes.
Sustainability.
Yes.
Do you remember sustainability? We never used this word before.
Yeah.
I cannot even let me like sustainability. It was in every brief I got in Czech Republic, was in the English because it was another thing. All these marketing terms I got in here, Czech Republic, are in English. sustainability.
Right.
They were not even
Right.
localizing things. So just imagine. And what brands do? Everybody said we need we need to get rid of plastic bottles. Actually, plastic bottles are much better than this. Plastic bags are better than the paper ones because they calculated that the production of paper bags is more expensive. More bad for nature. Okay, it doesn't matter. So when they are like shouting, "Oh, this is popular now. We will look better. We will look better if we will help nature now." Before they were like, "Wow, a lot of smoke everywhere, rivers dirty, didn't care." But suddenly, why? Customers will see us as a better brand, a better company. So they asked me to create everything green, and we are responsible, we are sustaining nature. And they were like using these cars and like don't give a shit about nature. But they have this new company's sustainability, strategy. Okay?
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Now it's gone. Now it's not that hot. But now it's just the same. Now it's trendy to have this being, trans-friendly, trans-friendly. So this is the same as sustainability, just called inclusivity. We just put different terms on the same thing. It's this week, I call it, we just change clothes. We just change clothes. The people always behave the same way as it was during the Nazism, communism, during this gender agenda. There are always people who are small, jealous, never achieve anything, and this is their life chance for a life job or opportunity they will never ever have. So what will happen is, people who work hard, patiently, constantly, like women do, and they're not shouting about it, "I am the best in the world," and it's just a balloon and this is trans agenda. It's actually not what I see. I checked content strategies. It's empty. Their content is based on us. Please write something, like for example, again, write a tweet, okay? They'll come like, "Oh, trans food," and they make the broccoli before, so I don't see. Yeah, they do this shop tweeting. They don't even face you. They actually like screenshot, then they're like covered, so like run away, and they just share it, somewhere, then you don't see him, So it's like very covert way. This is something I'm not used to in communication. Either like you talk to me, or you just don't talk behind my back, and you want me to take you seriously. But they do this. And I've seen so many of your stuff. Oh my God, they share your stuff like crazy. You are very hot. You are like, they call it this hot take. They have such this hot takes. So we are very hot. I have to tell you. And all my followers are so hot because whenever like I see something, they just do this. They just whine about transphobia, which is like created. It's like trans communist, It's like, it's like, sorry, but we have to call things with the right terms, because it's the first. Oh, sorry, this is the first sign of. Sorry, I had another call here.
Okay, don't worry. It's the first sign of authoritarianism.
Of oppressing you. It's like the oppressor comes. Okay, so in my case, I'm a woman. I was born like that. I'm like happy in my body. You know how they call me? I'm a cis woman who is happy with the body she was assigned in. I feel like a product to spec me in, put the price on me. Oh my God, I was born. Yeah, I'm a woman, I'm a lesbian. And imagine, I lived in a very, very strong homophobia, not just that I experienced the regime. I heard I couldn't be openly lesbian. I escaped my country because of that.
Oh, I didn't know you were a lesbian. Right, that's even worse.
Oh my God, this is such a compliment for me. If you tell a lesbian, she doesn't look like a lesbian,
But no, what I mean is that's even more interesting because I do think that one of the things about the trans kind of activism is that it is so openly an attack on lesbians. It is so.
I'm attacked as a woman, as a lesbian, so much, like even more as a lesbian, and as a human being that has, first of all, I am a human being who has opinion. Let me just start with this. I have a human right to say what I want if we don't have any regime. If you are saying that we don't have a regime, if you are saying we live in a democracy, that's why I cannot say what I want, without being scared that I will be attacked. Why I am blocked then? Why we are all these women who just say what they think? I know these women, I follow them, I read their tweets every day, and they are amazing. They are so brave, saying what they really think, because whenever I see what they write, they are so attacked. And just imagine, there is a guy who has, let's say, 40,000 followers. He probably bought the half of it, yeah? And he thinks he's powerful because of this. This is a power, like, my power isn't in my brain, just think about this. Okay, but their power is in followers. Just imagine this woman, let's say one of them, I call them heroes. She goes there, she has like 100 followers. You know how small you feel on Twitter when you have 100 followers?
Yeah.
150. You feel so small.
I do, because that's the size of my current Twitter account.
Yes. So you know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm here. I have this voices concept. I want to give voice. I don't care like how about the number of followers, because this is not some
popularity
judgment
contest.
for me. It's what I mean. Yes. But it is not what I look at. Never. I have my values. What I look at when I look at somebody, it doesn't matter who comes to me. I don't care. I mean, I have this allergy when I see her and this blue, pink flags. Okay, but I still give a chance. Okay, I'm not the educational service. Okay, in my age, like I'm saving time and I'm not like talking to people who don't want to listen. Okay, so I'm like also careful with this. But like all they do is like this women with this 150 or 50 something followers. You feel so small. You see this big. I will not name these guys. It's not necessary. Everybody knows them. They come there. This guy says, "I am a feminist," And this woman comes there, and she has like, and she's like, and she tells him something, and she doesn't have nobody backing her up. And that person with this, this bubble followers, this herd, I call them, it just has this, I don't know, 500 likes, whatever, which means completely nothing. It means nothing. It's not important. Just whatever you look at the tweet, I tell you, just hide it like this, these numbers, whenever you see tweets, hide the number of likes and shares and read the tweet first. That's the best way how to retweet. Yes, really. Yes, so these women are so brave, and I want them to have voice. That's why I did also this Vigil for the Lost. So anybody has and have to have democracy, if we call this democracy, an opportunity and chance to freely say what they think. Yeah, it's and we are, and of course we are not attacking anybody's there are things you cannot say, of course, but we are just saying that we are women. It's all.
I know, it's crazy. Well, the bar is so low. I mean, we've spoken for a while now, but I just want to talk about one other thing before we finish, which is that you've had the experience now of being harassed off 2 accounts and mass reported from 2 accounts. The first was. Well, actually, not you personally, but the first was Reddit, where Amy Challoner, who is, seemingly part of a pedophile ring, her husband is a pedophile. They seem to run Reddit at the moment, and all the gender critical groups, all the feminist groups, were banned from Reddit. Then you went on to Shopify, and another AGP male. This one.
I was also suspended from Twitter.
Were you suspended from Twitter?
Yes, I survived one attack because I said I was for hate crime, and you will laugh. You will laugh really, because I said there was a woman, real woman. It's so funny when I say real woman these days, right? So there was a real woman, and I told her like the sentence in this meaning. I don't have time for you. Why are you still here? Like. She was blah 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 transphobia, and we were discussing actually art, and I was discussing anatomy in art. Just think about it, and I compared the gender ideology art, how it looks like, with my art, okay? And they came and attacked me that this art is okay. They even said it's just a porn. It's just a porn. It was like, yeah. And then because they got, whenever you tell them something, they just get angrier and angrier. And she wrote what they do is like, report her, please. She misgendered me. This is a sentence like they can tattoo it here, And actually, what I told her is like, are you still here? Like, go away because I don't have time for you.
Oh, I remember that.
I said, I
saw
want
that
to spend
happen.
my time with my lovely women and lesbians. I said, I want to spend my time with my lovely. And saying my lovely women was misgendering. So I was asking if I was misgrouping her. I was actually just, I was suspended from Twitter because I didn't included her in this all-inclusive world into my friends, into my women group. And I was suspended for 12 hours, I think, or whatever. And that was the first time, and you feel like a ghost there, right? And I didn't want other people to be stressed about this, but somebody found it and they started, again, something is happening. And I couldn't tell them, like, calm down. Because actually it was amazing. It was I was attacked so much for months that suddenly I had 12 hours just to go out with my dog. It was like, these 12 hours like saved my life. And I was like, if they didn't stop me, I again would be like all night long, 24/7, It's like, so it was wonderful 12 hours. And so I was, that's Reddit thing. Then I was suspended from Twitter for hateful crime, misgendering, which was not misgendering. We have archived everything. We have everything. We have proofs we can show. Then I was building my eshop for a year and a half. It was starting to be really good. And it was shut down from a second to second. I don't know how you say this in English, but just, this is the email, your eshop is shut down. And I tell you one really ugly thing is they are brand, their company. They are talking with us women in a very rude way. Me as a businesswoman, whatever problem I have, that's why I love you British people. You have this, thank you. Even you can say fuck off, like fuck off, please. Really,
well, I'm Irish. I should let you know that I'm Irish, so slightly different.
I like that you're still polite. You can say even fuck off nicely. It's like really you have this style. I really like. Yeah. Now I forgot what I was talking
about. We were talking about you being Shopify insulting women.
Yes. Like they write to as a company, you should say, hello, we were informed about some problem. This English style, you know what I mean, this British style is like, you were informed, is there any problem? We will check with the legal stuff, So I tell you, what I had on my website, it's really important in my eshop. I was drawing, Mr. Mano, and his YouTube channel, amazing gay. And we, like gays and lesbians are getting together now. Again, it's like old good LGBT times, really.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah, we will create.
It's great seeing gay men stand up for lesbians. That has been one of the most wonderful things.
So much. We need gays, and sometimes they're like, I asked my neighbors, and they were like, I told them everything about LGBT, and they looked at me like, are you living in some bubble? I was like, my dog is called Bubble, so I said, no, I'm just living with the bubble. So people are gays, and I was shouting on the street here in Prague, like, we lesbians need you, gays, really, like, this is also about you. And then I send them this, there is this cotton ceiling of gays.
Yes, which is called the boxer ceiling. It's called.
Oh, boxer. Sorry. Cotton is
for men, it's the boxer ceiling. For women, it's the cotton ceiling.
Cotton, and you have such a gender stereotypes in it.
Yeah. But I believe the thing of asking gay men to sleep with trans-identified women is called the boxer ceiling.
Yeah, but they don't. They still don't like it until it wasn't about them. To be honest, gay guys who are watching this, I love you, but. We lesbians, we were running around with condoms, and few of my friends died, we had these HIV times, it wasn't that far away. We lesbians were always here for them. We were here with these leaflets, shouting at them, protect yourself, here is your free condom,
Yes.
And after it got a little better, they were like, they can take pills, it's not that bad, blah, blah, blah. They started to be responsible. And we were, and when they had problems, we took care about them. You know, it's like we were always with gay men. So and we are like, no, we are women. We are different. We are in LGBT, right? But we are so different. We are men and women, right?
Yes.
All we share is the same sex attraction, which is completely the base of LGBT, which has nothing to do with trans or gender, transgender, queer, whatever term they created. Okay, same sex attraction, and that connects us, and we will have it back. I decided.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful, I think possibly one of the most cheering things has been gay men waking up to what's happening and starting to stand up for their sisters. It's wonderful. Listen, I better leave it at that, Egan, for the moment, but that was great. Thank you so much. Can I just ask, are you, when you say you're rebuilding your eshop, do you have a link that I can share underneath this video? Or will that take a while?
Yes, I don't have eshop because I'm building it, but I still have my personal portfolio eshop. Eshop website, and I will do what I will do. I have illustrations there, and actually, people started. I want to say like this. People help me, so I check my PayPal, and I'm like, I read Glyn's, newsletter. Graham sent me. Oh my God! And they're all talking about you, and they actually wrote me very, very nice things. And they, it's like, thank you so much, and everybody who supported me. So soon I will have links. You can buy. First thing you will be able to buy will be art prints, because I'm sending them from Prague. So I will just put links, and you can write me an email and manage this. So this will be done soon. People are already asking me. Again, we'll be back soon. But now I have this personal website, drawingagain.com. Yeah.
Yes.
I still have it.
And perhaps if some enterprising tech guy is watching, he can build a platform where women can sell their stuff without being afraid of losing their livelihoods. Hopefully that'll happen. At the moment, it's not the case, but I'm really glad to see you resistant and still fighting authoritarianism, even though it comes from the West now. It's such a shame. But you know what? But this is the first time. I haven't felt this in a while, but I really think we're beginning to win now. I really think we are. We're pushing this stuff back.
I'm sure about this. To tell you, I tell you, there's no war without victims, without blood, sweat. It can't be like that. It's just like that.
Yeah.
It's like there is hard, but like this, I don't see the reason why we would not win, because it's not about money. It's just not about money. Money, we can beat this, okay?
Yes, definitely.
We have hearts, we have brains, okay?
Okay, Egan, lovely to talk to you. Please go and follow Egan on Twitter. I'll put all the links below. I'll send you her PayPal, and also you can write to her and ask her to do drawings and send you her beautiful line drawings, which you work so fantastically in black and white, Egan. It's always great to see your stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you and keep you, and I will see you online. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.